When starting to become a filmmaker, there are so many questions in your head. What gear to get? What films do I want to shoot? How do I find my own voice? Should I go to film school or not? But what if I tell you that all of these questions are completely irrelevant? All of these questions are getting answered once you had your first client. You know what gear you need. You know what shoots you want to do and what you don't want to do. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how I got started and how you can do it as well. Hey, I'm Nick. I recently quit my job to become a full-time filmmaker. Since I have no experience in professional filmmaking whatsoever, I kind of have to figure it out myself. I'm going to email people, I'm going to cold call people, even though it's super weird and I need to go out of my comfort zone, but I think that's what I need to do now. So I literally called a couple of hundred people. I called agencies, videographers in my area, and it did not really go as planned. Everyone was super nice. Everyone was helping me out, giving me some tips and tricks on how to get started, but it wasn't super helpful. So there was no actual job or anything that I could do specific. All of them wrote down my number, and in case there's anything where they need someone like an assistant, they definitely gonna call me. So hopefully, fingers crossed that this is gonna do something. I hope that some of them at least call me, or that at least in some way I can gain some experience from this. I think I need to call some more people. I just had the most amazing phone call with the local videographer here. He was super nice. I was talking to him for about two and a half hours, and I was just literally asking him any question that I had. And he was super open. That brought me one step further in my journey to become a full-time filmmaker. He wanted to meet me, but unfortunately, due to COVID, I wasn't able to actually meet him in person. He's doing this for about 3 years now. I'm definitely going to share with you guys what he told me. It really depends what you want to do. I mean, if you want to go into wedding, of course, then you should go and try to shoot your first wedding. If you want to go into more commercial, it's going to be a bit more complicated because most companies want some sort of reel or some sort of portfolio of you to see what kind of things you've done already. So if you want to go into the commercial world, and if you want to do some more with like companies and image films and all of these things, what you should do is do some fake commercials or doing some fake image videos. Just try, be creative, and do it for like a fake company or do it for a company that you kind of know, and share this with clients and see if you can get a job through that. He also said that it is a lot easier if you want to go into wedding videography. It doesn't necessarily have to be a wedding. I mean, it could also be not a funeral, but it could be something else, like any sort of event or family events or whatever comes in your mind. Maybe a 60th birthday or something. Because people sometimes just need someone who knows someone. They don't necessarily need some sort of reel or portfolio of your work. If you explain them, hey, this is the first time I'm doing this and you should definitely do that. That was one of his tips as well. You don't have a second take. If you kind of mess it up, it's going to be messed up. Tell them at the beginning it's the first time that you do it. Maybe you do it for a discounted price, or you even do it maybe just for the cost of going there and, I don't know, getting food or something, just so you get some experience. What he also said is that you should post on eBay Kleinanzeigen, which in Germany is some sort of Craigslist. Apparently, if people are looking for someone who needs a videographer for an event or something, or for a wedding, a lot of people are going on Craigslist or eBay, which is like a thing here in Germany. It might be that someone is going to contact you and you get your first work experience. He also told me that it's super important to just reach out to friends, family, tell everyone you barely know that you're going to do this. You're going to be a filmmaker, because there's always someone who needs someone who has a camera and who can shoot some videos, and that is super nice for you to build your portfolio and make your first couple of euros or dollars or whatever currency you are earning. So now let's take what we hear and what we learned and put this into action. So what I'm going to do first of all is I am going to go on eBay Kleinanzeigen and I'm going to publish my post there that I'm a videographer and I'm looking for some experience. And I'm going to put it live. In the meantime, I was just emailing a lot of friends and family and some old co-workers, and I think now I just need to kind of wait and maybe contact some more people, but mainly waiting. And because waiting is super boring, I did start edit these videos, shot some more B-roll, and then something amazing happened. The most amazing thing just happened. I just got a phone call with a couple who need a videographer for their wedding. Oh my goodness. I started 7 days ago with this whole experiment on how to get a client, and now I finally got a client. Unfortunately, the wedding is in a month from now, so there's still a lot of time and there's still a lot of things to do until then. I would love to know what your experience is on how to maybe get a job, or what other things I could do or try out to get a job. It will be in a month, and so I have a lot of time until then to actually get better at filmmaking, and I would love you to put your questions down in the comment section so we can answer all of these questions in future videos. If this was useful for you, please check out this video here. Definitely stay tuned for the next one. I'm gonna document the whole journey around becoming a filmmaker, so make sure to hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for the next one.